Hi, everybody! Roar! Creative Creature and Sharks back with another video, and today we are doing a review of one of my favorite Underdog stories, known as Cool Runnings. Yeah, a Walt Disney movie that this movie was inspired by the true story of the first Jamaican Olympic bobsled team. Oh, yeah. I mean, I've been to Jamaica like twice on family vacations and stuff. It was a beautiful place. Beaches are amazing, the culture, especially the history. So, this takes place in 1987. Jamaican sprinter Dries Bannock, he's been training for the 100-meter dash in the Summer Olympics in Seoul, Korea. but before that, he goes to cheer on his best friend Sanka Coffee for his pushcart derby. and Sanka, he's a little funny, like really, really funny. Yeah, he won, but he kind of crashed. Sanka, you did? Yeah, mom. I mean, yeah, it was a really, really great movie. But Dries, in the tryouts for the 100-meter dash, he couldn't advance in the trials because another runner kind of tripped and fell and also knocked Dries and another competitor. So those three sprinters never got the chance to compete, aren't going to be able to compete. Yeah. But, well, Dries wants to have another chance to, run. But the committee leader, Barrington Coolidge, he can't. He wants to try again in another 4 years in another sport, boxing or cycling. Those are the only ones Jamaica is allowed to compete in for the Summer Olympics. But he's not a boxer. He's a runner, just like his father. Yeah. But then Dries sees another Olympic gold medalist right beside his father, Irving Blitzer. Well, he was an Olympic bobsledder, and he tried to get Dries' father to switch sports because Irv had a little bit of a theory to use Jamaican track stars to, push the bobsled. Could you imagine that? A Jamaican bobsled team? But that gave Dries a very, very Congo idea. You could just hear the Congos in his mind, and you see the light bulb that shined over his head. Oh, yeah. So, he tries to find Irv, and he recruits Sanka to be on his team. But Sanka has a little bit of a problem with ice and snow. Oh, yeah. Yeah. And, well, they got Irv's attention, but they almost annoyed him to death. So Dries and Sanka try to get him, but He refused profusely, a lot. But after Doris tells him that he's Ben Bonnick's son, he changes his mind. Because Doris is Irv's chance to make the very first Jamaican bobsled team. So, Doris, Sanka, and Irv try to recruit more people. But they stayed until the film showed what it was like in the early days of bobsledding. Yeah. Just remember, your bones will not break in a bobsled. No. They shatter. Yeah, and there was even a newsreel of showing how a crash killed a bobsledder. Yeah. Nobody wanted in until they got the other two competitors that were in the trials with Doris. Yul Brenna, a big, bald-headed, strong guy. And then there's Junior. Oh, he was the one that tripped them. Yeah. Yeah, so there were little things. Yul even wanted to beat Sanka's butt. And even Sanka wanted to draw a line in the middle of his head so it looked like a butt. Yeah. But now, the four of them they can't wait another 4 years. So they're going to enter in the Winter Olympics in Calgary, Canada in 1988. They do a little bit, they're doing their little training, and thanks to Doris being the driver, Sanka being the brakeman, we got Yul second millman, and Junior as first middle. They do a little, and their training is like hilarious. But yeah, well, going down a hill, it's fun. Yeah. And they have to get used to the cold. Yeah. Training for the cold is not easy when you're in a tropical island of Jamaica. But it is kind of easy if you're locked in a freezer for a long time. Yeah. And now, well, they're ready. Irv believes that they're ready. And, well, Irv wants to get $20,000 from the committee from Mr. Coolidge, but no. Irv kind of had a little bit of a falling out because he cheated in the 72 Winter Olympics in Sapporo. After he cheated, he had his Olympic gold medals taken from him. Yeah. And he disgraced his team and his country, his family. Yeah, and Mr. Coolidge doesn't want the team's inexperience to bring disgrace to Jamaica and become a laughingstock. Yeah. But so they try to find other ways to raise $20,000. Doris has a positivity and a go-getter attitude that is contagious. Doris tries and fails to find sponsors. Sanka tries to sing to get the money, and Yul is having a little bit of a problem with his fundraising ventures, like arm wrestling. It was working, Yeah, it was working a lot, but he lost to a woman. Sanka and Doris even did a kissing booth. Oh. That was fun, but Doris's wife kind of found out. Oh boy. But ultimately, Junior ponied up the money after he sold his car. But Junior's dad, he didn't want him. He thinks being an Olympian is like not what he wants. He wants Junior to be, well, in a law firm. But no. It's not what Junior wants. He's an Olympian. He wants to participate in the Olympics. So, the team is off to Calgary. Yeah. And when they get there, it was hilarious how they couldn't stand the cold. Even Sanka put on his entire wardrobe and even his suitcase. Well, his duffel bag at least. He looked like a human caterpillar. Yeah. So, they even continue with their training to get into the bobsledding event. Well, Junior, Yule, and Doris, these three can run 100 meters in under 10 seconds. Wow. Yeah, but can lightning run on the ice? So they get a little bit of a... Yeah, they have a little bit of problems with the East German team. And their captain, Josef Gruel, the current bobsledding world record holder. Yeah. And they kind of have... Yule Jr. and Sanka kind of have a little bit of a tussle with them in a bar. Ha! You gotta be kidding me. They got into a bar fight with them? Yeah. And Doris is having a little bit of problems of himself. He tries to copy the techniques of the Swiss team. Yeah. After the weeks of training, they successfully make it to the finals. But the Olympic Committee wants disqualified them because of Irv's little cheating scandal. But Irv confronts his former coach because it was his fault, not theirs. They have to... It's their time. They have a right to represent their country and everything. So the committee rescinds their disqualification and they're in. And, well, Junior's father comes to try and get him, but Junior stands up to him, telling him that he's a man and an Olympian, and he's earned the right to represent Jamaica. And they do it. And they're in. Their first attempt. But their first day kind of ended up in a disaster. They ended up finishing in last place on the first day. Man, because Doris was copying the Swiss team's methods. And Sanka tells him that they have to, if they want to represent Jamaica, they have to be Jamaica, not the Swiss. So, they find their new rhythm and improve significantly on day 2. And they move up from last to 8th. That they were incredible on the second day. But on day 3, one of the screws on their bobsled blades detached. Their sleds flipped over and they crashed. But they weren't done yet. They were determined to finish the race. So, they picked up their sled and carried it across the finish line, earning the applause of every other team, all the spectators, Joseph, Kurt, and Junior's father. And despite their loss, they have a photo of on the wall. They ended up with the respect of every other bobsledder team in the Winter Olympics. And in the epilogue, they returned to Jamaica as heroes. And 4 years later, when they returned to the next Winter Olympics, they participated as equals. I really loved this story. It was really great and amazing, even. It was the most amazing. It's one of the most amazing underdog stories you will ever watch during the Winter Olympics and stuff. So, I hope you guys like this movie as well. You can watch this anytime. It doesn't really matter. It's really one of the greatest. So, that's going to be it for our review of Cool Runnings. So, don't forget to feel the rhythm, feel the ride, and get on up because it's bobsled time. Cool Runnings! So, like our videos, comment what you think, share with your friends, and if you're new to the channel, please subscribe right away. This is Crit Creature, Tricks, and telling all of you, bye everybody, run!